Hello everyone out there in tax land, Dan, the tax man here. Listen, taxes don't have to be hard. Here we take complex tax subjects and we make them easy because we want everyone to be able to understand, to benefit, and to save money. And today I'm going to be talking about the stimulus payments, number 1, 2, and 3, and how they relate to Americans where one person in the household has an ITIN. Stay tuned. First, let's just go over some of the basics of qualifying for the stimulus payments, number 1, 2, and 3. First, in general, you have to have a social security number. Second, you have to be under an income limit, which is $75,000 for individuals and goes up to $150,000 if you're married filing joint. Third, you can't be claimed as a dependent on someone else's return. And there's also a tax return filing requirement. For Stimulus 1, you had to have filed either your 2018 or 2019 return. For Stimulus 2, you had to have filed your 2019 return. And for Stimulus 3, you have to have filed either your 2019 or 2020 return. Now, Stimulus 1 was worth $1,200 per person, $500 per dependent. Stimulus 2, $600 per person and including $600 per dependent. Stimulus 3 is $1,400 per person on the return, including dependents. So, okay, we get it. In general, you need to have a social security number to receive any of the stimulus payments, and if you have an ITIN, you're not eligible. But what happens in households where we have mixed status, where maybe one spouse has an ITIN and one spouse has a social? Or what if both mom and dad have an ITIN, but the kids all have social security numbers? What happens then? Well, the rule is different for Stimulus 1 and 2 versus Stimulus 3. For Stimulus 1 and 2, at least one of the primary or secondary taxpayers, mom or dad, has got to have a social security number for them to qualify for any stimulus. But as long as one spouse has got a social, even if the other spouse has an ITIN, the spouse with the social is going to get their stimulus payment. It's also crucial that one spouse has got a social security number because that's the only way that household is going to get credit for any of the stimulus due for those dependents. If neither mom nor dad has a social security number for Stimulus 1 and 2, even if all of the dependents have socials, they're not going to be entitled to any stimulus payments. Now, this changes for Stimulus 3. For Stimulus 3, all the same people that were entitled to Stimulus 1 and 2 are still going to get their payments, but for Stimulus 3, the eligibility has been expanded. So now, even if mom and dad both have an ITIN, as long as their qualifying dependents have a social security number, mom and dad are still going to get the stimulus payments due to those children paid out to them. Now, as always, remember that if you did not get the full amount of stimulus number 1 and 2 that you were entitled to, make sure that you're filing your 2020 tax return, claiming the recovery rebate credit, and you'll be able to receive every bit of the stimulus payments you qualify for Stimulus 1 and 2. For Stimulus 3, because it came out in 2021, if you do not receive the full amount of Stimulus 3 that you're entitled to, your remedy will be to file your 2021 return, claim a 2021 recovery rebate credit, and once again, receive the full amount of any stimulus that you're entitled to. I hope this video has helped clear up some of the issues regarding stimulus payments when we have mixed status families, some with an ITIN and some with a social. Now, if you need help filing any of the returns that are required to receive these stimulus payments, or if you have questions about your qualification for stimulus payments, why don't you give me and my team a call? Call us at 1-800-424-8332. O, si prefiere español, 888-523-6606. If you like what you saw, give us a like, give us a subscribe so you can make sure you stay up to date on all the latest tax news and information. I am Dan, the tax man, tax professional with Community Tax, and I will see you next time.